Good morning. So this happened on Monday, Southport outside of Liverpool. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff. Kids were dancing. They had this dancing event, Taylor Swift themed dance event. And this guy came in with a knife. It's sick, really. 6-year-old B.B. King died, and 7-year-old Elsie Dot Stankham died. And 9-year-old Alice Aguiar from Portugal, I think she died. Another 5 kids in hospital, 2 adults were injured. And this 17-year-old guy who did it, he's been arrested. Some say his name, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I heard that he's from Rwanda. Born in Cardiff, apparently. Right. A guy of a certain faith, no doubt, right? So, and then we think, why is this happening? Why is there no change? I think it's a very simple answer, because there's no consequences for those who are responsible. You know, Keir Starmer, he was in Southport, the PM, he was there to pay respect to the victims. And then what? Oh, he goes back to work in London and there's no change, right? Because there are no consequences for him or his colleagues. No. There are consequences if he would try to do something about it. If he was to start talking about this certain faith, for instance, oh, he would be blacklisted immediately by the establishment. He would have this label on him and he would be done. You know. There would be no career for this guy. If they try to control the borders in the UK, oh, that's it. Then there's consequences. That's what I'm saying. And if he just keeps the borders open, then it's all fine, you know. He will get admiration from his colleagues. He would have a fantastic career. Right? He will get appreciation from these, the United Nations and the EU. He would be a fantastic guy. That would be the price he's paying for keeping the borders open. If he tried to listen to the people, he would be done. You know? So people are paying taxes. Yeah, I get pissed off. It's so sick, this whole thing. So people pay taxes so that the politicians and the governments can ignore the people safely. You know, that's why. That's the whole idea. So the establishment, they just calm it down. That's right. And it will be forgotten. And the politicians will do the same. Again and again and again. Right? So just ignore the people. Don't pay attention to what the people say, because then you're done. Your career is over. Right? Now there are riots in the UK. I heard that they attacked the mosque in the area. And, it will calm down after a while. And that's what the establishment is there for. That's the job. Just calm it down. Put some labels on the people. They are doing it already. I saw it. Oh, it's far-right people protesting, rioting now, you know. So that's what they do. They put labels, maybe make some arrests, you see. Put Tommy Robinson in jail immediately, this terrorist, right? They put these labels on them. And the whole idea is to calm it down and keep ignoring the people. There has to be consequences, you see. Has to. Before this happens, there will be no change whatsoever. We see it here in Sweden. We had this thing happening a few years ago, maybe you remember, this idiot of a certain faith used a truck to kill people in Stockholm, right? And I have been talking about this certain faith for some time. And what happened? Well, there was a manifestation and then it calmed down, right? And I was still an Islamophobe, and people like me. You know, and the borders were kept open. We now have a so-called right-wing government. We still have the flood of people coming. You know, no change, really. Because there are no consequences for them. They will get admiration, absolutely, if they just keep them open, right? So that needs to change. Before we can see any change in this needs to change, right? There has to be consequences for those who are responsible for keeping these borders wide open, right? Keir Starmer, he will open them even wider, I think. Well, he's a good boy, isn't he? Keir Starmer, oh yeah. This guy, he's fantastic. He's paying attention to Davos and the United Nations. And he's not listening to the people, ever. And so, it will be worse with him. Him being there in Southport to pay respect to the victims, it's a joke. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this whole thing makes me sick. So, we have to do something about it. There has to be consequences, you see? We have to figure it out. These people, these idiots, asshole globalists, they were very clever when they set up this system with the taxes and this machine, right? Very clever. We need to be smarter. We need to come up with some very, very good ideas about this. How can we make it terrible for these politicians when they don't listen? We need to be very smart. We'll have to work on this one, you see? All right. Be good.